This is Damon Fordham, adjunct professor of history at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. And right now, it's no secret that we're living at a pretty dark time in American history where there's a whole lot of confusion. You got one party of people who's following the wrong man, and the other side doesn't know what to do about it. People are just plain lost and confused at the moment, and there seems to be no voice of reason that's trying to help people who are trying to get through this era make any sense of it all. Well, when there is no good leadership in the present that's out there trying to do something, at least on a widespread level, we have to look at what wisdom came before and see what it has to say for us today. It's part of what Dr. King called in his 1954 speech, Rediscovering Lost Values. And so we have to admit, we have a lot of lost values. And one guy who had an interesting thing to say about that was a man who's a forgotten hero, Bishop Henry McNeal Turner. This is a book that a friend of mine, Dr. Andre Johnson, over at the University of Memphis, edited of his writing and speeches. Well, he was the guy who back in the early 1900s and late 1800s, he was preaching armed self-defense against lynchers. He was preaching that African Americans should worship a God who looked like them. He also preached back to Africa, and not only preached it, but practiced it, going to Liberia and trying to set up situations over there. He was the forerunner of Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. But he said something to the Atlanta Constitution newspaper on January 13th, 1895, that speaks directly to us today. And he said these words: "If we are in a bad condition, then in the name of high heaven, let us accept any opportunities afforded to our betterment and make the most of it, not the least of it. If we are down, let us try to get up, not lie there and wallow in the mud." And I see a whole lot of people wallowing in the mud right now. So if you're down on all of that and you're feeling disgusted with the way the country is going, well, get up, do something. Try to do something positive to affect your fellow human beings. And with that spread of positivity, something may be done to improve the current condition of this country and minimize the confusion and dismay of this land. This is Damon Fordham.